Following the theme of using select weapon classes to clear specific torments, I'm going with shotguns for Torment 3. All ranged, non-spell attacks deal increased damage. Melee attacks and spells recharge much slower. Firearms deal damage only to close enemies. Shotguns are obviously a shoo-in for this one, and that buff from the Torment makes them extremely dangerous. So naturally, I went straight to the Echo. Already the most powerful weapon in the game, but I had to see what it looks like with the buff. Already given a massive boost through fire arcanas and the fact that it can ignite enemies, now the Echo has another way to multiply its damage with Torment 3 active. It made clearing the Torment a breeze. Deleting Dimatcher's health pool seemed like nothing, and extracting the orb a walk in the park. Here's a look at the build. Obviously the Echo's on the list. Your choice of demonic and melee weapon, but the lightning bolt is a strategic pick here. I'll show you that right after this, and how much damage you can get out of the lightning bounces from an overpowered Echo. The blood of a Banshee is a strategic pick here too, because you're getting so much overkill damage, you'll trigger it often enough to make it worth using. And the U and the Ring of Wings offer too much in the range of mobility to pass up. I love the Dynamo Ring for its damage, but I also value quickly getting around the map and weaving in and out of combat. As for the rosaries, Element Power and Acute Element both increase damage dealt to burning enemies. Don't worry about the shorter burn duration. Spell Recharge and Light Spell Charge to counteract the negative effects of the Torment. Now on to why we're using the Lightning Bolt. I'll show you the numbers right now. 4980 there, 1380 there, 2800 right there. The Echo is so powerful with Torment 3 active, it can cause those lightning bounces to hit for, let's say, massive damage. I think the Banshee's blood may have some play in there. Not sure. I think the damage is coming from critical hits from a supercharged Echo. Either way, the Echo gets crazy clears from lightning bounces and from the blood of a Banshee explosions. The Judgment is good here too. Still just as awkward to use, but more reliable now with the damage boost, allowing you to net kills the Judgment will otherwise fall short on. You're going to want the Shockwave and you're going to want to go with the Cursed Bell, so you can put out constant stuns while you charge the Judgment. The Braid of a Seductress, because while enemies aren't stunned, they are just waiting around for you to finish charging to attack you. And again, the U and the Ring of Wings, which are non-negotiable for this build. Since we're looking to use purely the Judgment to clear this Torment, the Judgment needs the speed of the U and the mobility of the Ring of Wings to avoid enemies while it charges. And the U has the added benefit of increasing the Judgment's abysmal reload speed. The Ring also helps to move into better positions for using the Orb attack. I guess that's one thing the Judgment has going for it over the other two shotguns, as the benefit of being able to fire a long-range projectile that still gets its max damage despite the Torment. It doesn't need a full charge to fire off a high-damage orb that will hit enemies at a distance, and of course, fully charged orbs will damage and freeze enemies. I'm not gonna lie, using the Judgment for this Torment feels like going for a challenge run. It's always going to be a bit awkward to use, but it's nice to see it hitting here like a truck and bringing some utility to the table that other weapons cannot with its orb attack. Element Power and Acute Element for the rosaries won't do much to help the freeze, but they will help you get more damage out of the decay administered from a hipfire. And of course, we have the Psychopomp. With the damage boost, this thing is consistently one-tapping stunned enemies, and just straight plowing through anything else. I actually found the Psychopomp to be the best for latent orb runs. I know it seems crazy given its competition here is basically just the Echo, but it performs better because it has one trick up its sleeve the others can't replicate. And that's the ability to instantly recharge melee on kills, and the fact that melee kills refill the magazine. That symbiosis right there not only lets the Psychopomp power through situations you'd otherwise have to back off to reload or expend stamina sliding around with the Echo, but it's also a godsend on a Torment that reduces the recharge of your melee attack. You're going to want Shockwave and Curse Bell for stuns, the U and the Ring of Wings for all they have to offer, and for the rosaries, make sure you're carrying the extra melee charge bead to make full use of the Morning Star. The Psychopomp was already an impressive weapon, so it's obviously going to overperform with the damage boost from the Torment. I was still impressed to see it doing better here than the Echo, but that really just comes down to how the Psychopomp interacts with melee. But yeah, using the Psychopomp here makes clearing Torment 3 and the Latent Orb run, even on a map like Iron Gate Castle, a breeze. And that will wrap it up. Maybe choosing the Psychopomp as the best is a controversial pick, but I stand by that. As long as we're making use of the melee attack and the extra melee charge speed, then yeah, I stand by that. As for the Judgment, well, at least it's fun to use it here with a little bit more damage. Anyway, I hope you picked up some tips on using shotguns to clear Torment 3.